In this video, we're going to show you how to install the VVT solenoid on your Subaru Legacy, located on the driver's side front portion of the engine. With the hood open, locate the battery on the driver's side of the engine compartment. We're going to use a 10mm socket to loosen the cable on the ground terminal. Okay, give that a little wiggle, twist it up, and set it aside. Remove the positive cover, 10mm socket, and loosen that. Give it a little twist. Using a 10mm socket, loosen the nuts on the J-bolts. Good, remove the J-hook. Go ahead and grab that battery, slide it out. You can leave this other J-hook on the side, or you can remove it. Now that we have the battery out, we can go ahead and locate our VVT solenoid. It's right here, right behind our driver's side timing cover. Now there is an electrical connector right here. Right on the very top, I'm going to push in on this little plastic tab, pinch this, and pull up on that harness end. Pop that off. Now right underneath is a 10mm bolt. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. In order to get that, we need to remove this cam sensor right here. We're going to go ahead and disconnect this harness. Little pinch tab on the back side. Going to pinch and pull. Should be able to pop that out. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and tuck that over behind my ignition wire here. Now this sensor is bolted into this little bracket right here. So there's a 10mm bolt holding the sensor. We're not going to remove the sensor, but what we do have to do is remove this bolt right here. So let's go ahead and do that next. Now I'm going to use my little box wrench here and get in here to loosen this. Now could you get to that with a ratchet? You can't unless you remove this bolt and rotate the sensor down, but this sensor is torqued and it has a specific torque rating on that, so I'm not going to mess around with that. Go ahead and spin that bolt out. Good, remove that. We're going to be reusing that, so don't lose it. Now this whole unit here, I'm going to end up using a flathead screwdriver. You can go just at the base of the VVT a little bit and just kind of rock this. And kind of on the valve cover, you're just kind of rocking this back and forth to try and get this out. Just have some patience with this here, continue working at it. Here it is. Now you're just going to kind of finagle this out. Work it out from the back side of the timing cover. Just about there. And go ahead and pop that out. Now the reason why that's a little stuck in there is one, it fits inside this port, but there's also this little metal cylinder right here that actually centers that bracket on here with that bolt. So you pretty much have to get it worked off of that little metal sleeve there. Now we have direct access to that bolt. I'm going to use my 10 mil 1/4 inch ratchet, little extension. Got to remove that bolt right there. You guessed it, put it with the other one. We're going to be using that later. Now, I want to go ahead and grab that VVT and twist that. Now, there is an O-ring on here that's helping this seal into the cover. So I'm going to grab, twist, and pull at the same time. Sometimes that can be a bugger still coming out. Sometimes you can put a screwdriver right between the VVT and the cover here. Like right on the edge there. And kind of give it a little tap with a hammer, and that'll kind of get that to pop out there. There it is. Go ahead and grab that and give that a twist to pull it out. A little bit of oil going to come out of that. And there it is. Let's go ahead and set that aside. Before we insert the new solenoid, I'm just going to clean around the port. I took a little bit of engine oil and I put it on the O-ring seal on the unit itself. And then we're going to slide this down into position. All right, we could feel and hear that O-ring seal seat in there. I'm going to spin this around. Go ahead and get that bolt started. I'm going to spin that bolt in. Pop my ratchet on there. Now once that bolt bottoms out, just give it a little bit more. Just want to make sure that's lightly snugged in there. It doesn't have to be super tight. And then while we're there, go ahead and reconnect that connector. Push it on, you're going to hear it and feel it engage. Now let's go ahead and reinstall the cam sensor with a bracket. Let's go ahead and get our sensor in to the back of that cover. Pretty much feed that bracket into the top, right on the top of the valve cover. You can see if I feed that in, put it in, and then slide it down beside the valve cover, it's going to be the best way to get that to line up in there. The timing cover has a little bit of flexibility there. That's what's allowing us to do this. There it is. Get that slid into place. And go ahead and get our bolt started there. And I'm just going to run that in as far as I can by hand. grab our box wrench here, and we're going to snug that down. Make sure it's good and snug. And go ahead and grab that harness, and we're going to pop that on. Now once we're done with this here, you want to go ahead and reinstall the battery. You're probably going to have some codes in memory due because the sensor acting up or failing. If you do, go ahead and use a proper scan tool, clear those codes, and they can go for a road test. Take your inboard J-hook and install that. Go ahead and lower that battery down into the tray. Go ahead and take our J-hook here. Get our battery brace on there. I'm going to go ahead and get one of the nuts started on there. I'm just going to go ahead and thread this down as far as I can with my hand. That's going to keep that J-hook from coming undone and falling over. Install the front J-hook. Let's go ahead and gently snug these down. Now what we want to do here, just make sure that the battery is secure. You don't want to over tighten this and crush the battery. All right, battery is nice and secure. We'll go ahead and use a bristle brush here, clean the terminal on the battery. I want to make sure the inside of this terminal is clean as well. Pop that on. Let's go ahead and snug down the positive cable. And when tightening these down here, you don't want to over tighten it as you can break the clamp itself. So you're going to feel it get snug. Go ahead and grab that cable, that terminal end, and give it a little wiggle. Make sure it's solid. We're not moving at all, so that's perfect. Go ahead and get your cover on there. Use your bristle brush. Go ahead and clean that terminal. And you also want to go ahead and clean the inside here. Go ahead and slide that on. And go ahead and snug this down. Now when tightening this down, you want to make sure that it's good and snug, but don't over tighten it as you can break the clamp. So you're going to bottom it out. Go ahead and give that a wiggle. We're nice and solid. You're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.